This is the BMW X-Drive Park where they do a lot of their activities. But I'm not here to just come for an activity. I'm here because there are two very special cars they're going to be showing to us at some point soon. Legends in the industry, and particularly in South Africa. Yes, this is a 333 and a 325iS. South African specials, built at Roslyn, built at the factory. Legends in the motor industry. One of these just sold for over 3 million rand. You heard me right. So we're going to find out exactly the story behind these cars today. We're going to find out what goes on, and we'll take a closer look a little bit later.
All of you, and we really appreciate you being here. We know it's a very busy time at the moment in South Africa with all the new cars being launched. So we appreciate that you took the time to come and join us for a while. Given the nature of the topic, we would have liked to have done this last month, being Heritage Month, but I think it was even a busier month for all of you, so we're glad we could do it today. And I did tell you to make the joke that we invited you just to show you the new IS, and that was all it's about today, but it is about something a little bit more than that. So, which car could best this heritage? Which car could homage the BMW IS with strong heritage? And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the BMW IS. And there she is. In a moment we'll get a chance to basically explore the car, but let's address the elephant in the room. I think the question would be, why 2 series? If you consider the design of the car, the proportions, this car basically is fit the business case. That's why we went to. So from a dimensions perspective, the M240 is only 211 millimeters longer than these cars. And it's a 3-box design body damage, which the bodies, the 325iS already had during the period. And before I actually cover some of the Homage accessories, I'll just give you a bit of background on technical data on the car. And so with the M240 X-Drive, this car has a power of 285 volts, 500 newtons of torque. With that, that's 204.1 seconds. Some of the tech in the car comes with an adaptive frame suspension, a much more stiffer spring that being set up with the sports settings, but with that, it doesn't compromise the driving experience. Furthermore, the car comes with internal grille. That's how we get them very big canopers and really high tops, as well as the MC belts with the M switching. I think that's one of the cool features in terms of the cabin experience. And lastly, when we consider the overall concept, the 240 has the most fierce inline-6 engine, which is making waves currently in terms of utility. So just to delve deep into some of the substance that we considered when we decided to homage the 325iS for the M240, we looked at the overall concept. We brought in the 2-inch in-performance heritage wheels, which give us a similar finish as the PBS style finish. We also considered the black angle wheels as the 325iS had black angle wheels, and never mistaken. As mentioned earlier, in the 90s, the 325iS became the MTB, which gave it the front spoiler. We also went to the finish, and car comes with a front carbon splitter, which suits what the 325iS had in place. And how to bring to life the twin spoiler, the new age. We decided that the flow-through spoiler, which is a big thing. However, this spoiler comes in actually carbon fiber. So we said, what way to bring it back? We decided to get that in body color. So as you can see, the big flow-through is in body color. And the second spoiler is just off the shark fin on the rear window. This way we get 2 double spoilers, curated and more integrated in the M240. Going into some of the interior highlights, and you see that's the original Opel color upholstery in the Homage. So we managed to source that from Germany, especially crafted for this edition, and you can never actually replicate this edition. If you go to local dealers, you can then access it, especially costly for the Homage. With that, how to better implement this car? We feel a narrative body, which is directly sourced from our people, especially costly for South Africa. Those parts include the directly from our people, and it has the Panama racetrack from 1988, which symbolizes how strong rooted those cars in the South African heritage. The 325iS has a nice exhaust tone. With that, we feel the 8 performance exhaust from the M240. So it gives us a raw, robust deep tone. And with that, it gives our customers peace of mind. This is good. Covered around what plan. So customers can have a peace of mind that the 8 performance exhaust of this car is not about T6. This car will come in 4 colors. As you can see, our positioning colors on the fire red. It will come in fire red, mineral white, skyscraper gray, and black sapphire. Retail price will get $1,485. That's what the cars will be auctioned for. We'll give you more details in terms of the auction process. But with that, only 33 of each, 33, no other number, 33 of each will be built for the 325iS Homage. And this is a rare, sought after concept that will be South African, produced for our South Africans to honor the rich heritage and legacy of the 325iS. Before I actually go into the 333i, yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's the 333i. Very nice. So with this, when we consider which car would best suit us, it's sort of the M2. And with that, we consider all the key elements that make the 333i so often. And just delve a bit deeper into the Homage accessories. But before I get into that, let me touch on the technical data of this car. This car is basically the M2. It has a power output of 353 kilowatts and 600 newtons torque. The nice thing about it is only 5 of these cars, only 5, will be manual. And with that, that's for the purist. Now that's for the person that wants to integrate into it. So only 5 of these will be manual, and the 5 respective colors are not touch accessories. But if a customer makes for the manual step, they do still get the power output of 353. However, the power of the torque is reduced to 550. And just to get into some of the highlights of this car, we consider the air compensation.
From this to that over there. And then you go from that to that one there. Homage editions of legends of South African motoring. Peter van Bensbergen, CEO of BMW South Africa.
Hi, Alan.
The grin on your face tells me everything, sir.
Yeah.
And off camera, you were telling me how much you wanted a 333i back in the day, right?
Yeah.
I remember them so well, I have to tell you. Giving away my age, of course, but that's not the point. But what you've done and you revealed to us today is 2 of the icons from BMW South Africa in the 80s, 70s, 80s, even into the 90s, 2 homage editions of the modern versions.
Exactly.
And I was blown away. I mean, I wasn't expecting this today, I have to tell you. I don't know what I was expecting.
Wonderful.
But the fact that you're doing it and then you're doing such limited numbers, 33 and 33, and that's it.
Correct.
And then you're doing the whole auction thing as well. Yeah, just such a different approach. And taking your absolute legends and bringing them. Just give me, in a minute, the background to this whole project.
Well, I think the background is that being South Africans and BMW South Africa, we're privileged to have these 2 vehicles in our heritage, right? This year we celebrate 50 years of 3 Series, 40 years of 333i. And so we felt in this year we had to pay tribute to these legends, these part of BMW South Africa history that no other country really has.
Yeah.
And the best way to do it, we felt, was to build a modern interpretation and to like nod towards these vehicles and to what they meant for the brand in those days. Of course, the M2 and the 240i were the perfect, let's say, base cars because of their size, their shape, rear-wheel drive 6-cylinder engines. And we then looked for key features on these vehicles in the modern era and try to reinterpret them.
I think from what I've seen, you've done an incredible job. And just one last question. There's one you haven't done yet. 745i? Anything coming?
I can't predict the future, to be honest. We are looking at all possibilities always, okay? And our product management team is very passionate about our heritage and doing what we can with the heritage. Let's say we have these two vehicles now. Let's enjoy these two vehicles, and let's hope that the auction process really works well for charity as well. But it's a chance for a collector to get a modern piece of BMW product with heritage. And I think the lucky person who has original and a Homage in his garage, that's going to be the perfect combination.
And just, sorry, one thing I didn't mention. In the 333, 5 of those 33 are going to be manuals as well. I foresee in 10 years' time, 10, 20 years' time, one of those coming on an auction with 10,000 Ks on the clock. And who knows what money it'll fetch.
I agree. That would have been my choice of car as well. The grey you see here with a manual gearbox, that would have been what I was going to order.
Well, best of luck.
Thanks,
what a
Alan.
brilliant project.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.